Hey, I have with me today from Apollo Auctions, Master Auctioneer, Robert Tulp. So welcome, Robert.
Thank you, Ailsa. Nice to be here.
Great. So let's talk about online auctions. Online auctions have really come into the fore and into the public attention as a result of COVID-19. And so firstly, did they work successfully during level 4 and 3?
Yeah, that's a good question. So the online auctions obviously gave people the ability that maybe had booked an auction going into COVID, but now obviously it was illegal during level 4 and level 3 to actually have people attending. So it gave people the ability to still close that deal, get that unconditional sale whilst not actually being there. So the success rate was around about 50%. We sold about half the auctions under hammer that we took to auction during COVID. And you're talking around about 15 to 20 auctions just for our group.
Great, great. Okay, so will we continue to see online auctions going forward,
Sure. Yeah, a lot of people are obviously talking about that at the moment because during levels 4 and level 3, it basically replaced the on-site and the in-room facility. Going into level 2, and obviously we find out at 4 o'clock today what that's going to look like and when, we'll have the ability to obviously take the auctions back on site in rooms with obviously social spacing and no more than 100 people. But what we're talking about is having the online facility to complement the work that's already being done. So it won't be there to replace, it'll definitely be there to complement. So if people want to participate but not actually attend the auctions, then that ability will be there going forward. If you're a seller, you can always request it from your auctioneer and from your agency as well. But yeah, we're set up. We're ready to go now, Ailsa. So, yeah.
Great. Okay, so if I was a buyer, what technology would I need to have to be able to attend this online auction?
Sure. Different platforms have different technologies. So we use a platform called Auctions Live. There are others out there, Gavel and Auction Now and Anywhere Auctions and a few others as well. So with our Auctions Live, essentially, normally the actual listing agency will actually have a link to their page where you can go there and it says live auctions or upcoming live auctions. Go there, and then essentially when you click on that to watch it, it's just basically, it streams through what's called a URL or a website page, and it links through to YouTube Live. So you won't need any technology to actually watch it. If they're using Gavel, you might need to download the Gavel app. So that's G-A-V-L, not G-A-V-E-L, if anyone's doing some homework. And that's pretty much it. So you can then watch the auctions. To participate, some do talk about an online platform where you download the app. My suggestion is don't rely on technology in terms of web to bid. I would always rather use the technology to watch it and then have their agent on the phone to actually take my bids and go from there. So yeah, that's all you need. You just need to have an open mind. It's all new, Ailsa.
Great. Okay, so you're blending sort of the traditional auction method along with modern technology to make it more accessible for more people, but still use your agent.
Yeah, I think going forward, we're going to have what we call hybrid auctions. And so the hybrid auctions will be the either the online or the in-room that we're all used to, but now with the technology there to obviously to take it as well.
Yeah, okay.
And by the way, this is interesting because we've just froze. And so that's the whole point, is you don't want to be relying on this to take your bids. Don't rely on this to take your bids. Rely on the telephone line to take your bids. If you can get there in person, always do that. But otherwise, the telephone line to take the bids. So there's a bit of a buffering, which was right on cue. I like the way you organize that, Ailsa.
Thank you. Okay, so the key point is that this technology has been tried over the level 4, level 3. You've had success with it. It'll blend in with your traditional on the floor being present, but great for buyers if they can't get there to be able to do their research and see what's happening, get familiar with the auction, but make sure that they stay in contact with their agent.
Absolutely. So one last point is we would always, over the years, give people suggestions if they've never been to an auction, if they're not familiar, they're looking at buying a property, go to a few beforehand. And it's the same thing with the online technology. If you haven't actually seen an auction online, then get into obviously touch with people like me or with you and find a few upcoming online auctions where people can just sit in front of their computer, make sure they've got the sound set up and the picture set up nice and clearly, so they can obviously see it without having the pressure of it being the one that they want to go for.
Yeah, great. Okay, hey, thanks, Robert. Thanks for that. It's just made everything lovely and clear. And I know that if anyone wants to contact you, it's robert@apolloauctions.co.nz or find you online.
Happy to help. Thanks, Ailsa.